Looking back on my stage performance, I have definitely improved since the beginning of Project 3. Um, and during the during the rehearsal process of Not Quite Grown Yet, I used a lot of Stanislavski's Magic If, which I know is not recommended, but it helped me look into the mind of Scott a lot. And I could see similarities, I could see clear differences, and that kind of helped me build the difference between me and the character. Um I think the work that I did with Nige helped me a lot during uh the working on this, because although I didn't attend a lot of lessons, making making basically like profiles for my character, like, it helped me see how different he was to everyone else, because I was fortunately able to see the making of other characters as well, which allowed me to see like Scott was very, very different compared to everyone. Like, all the characters were different to each other. Um, I think Stanislavski's six fundamental questions also helped me during this, because a lot of the times while I was reading my scene and through the script, I would ask myself these questions and not only answer them from the perspective of Scott, but from the perspective of Robert as well. Um, because Roberts is a key character in Almost Grown Yet. And I feel like without Roberts's, well, I feel like while I was reading the script, asking myself these questions allowed me to like look into or further look into the minds of the character, because at times it was very difficult to answer the questions, especially during scenes where Scott or Roberts like weren't even brought up. But it challenged me in a way where it allowed me to see deeper into the subtext. And I feel like that was helpful in building the two characters, because, well, Roberts was a very difficult character to play, in the way that I was trying to make him similar to the way that Charlie did, who also played Roberts, but in a way that I wanted him to be different as well. But he's very aggressive and also monotone. He's a very confusing character, but a very vital one to the story, since he kind of gives, like, his monologues that he gives are almost parts of the play, or like the suggested parts of the play that we don't get to see, but they're amplified, because obviously Roberts thought everything was going for the worst, because like he didn't know what was happening while he was trapped in the hole. Um but going back to Scott, asking myself these six fundamental questions, uh it almost allowed me to see like what he would think of everyone else and what he would think of his surroundings. Overall, I would say that I've learnt to look deeper into a script when it comes to my stage work, because there was a lot of subtext in Almost Grown, and I feel like I could have used it more in my characterization. But I feel like I can carry that onto my FMP work. So what I've learned from this is definitely look more into the subtext, spend more time and start earlier with my characterization, because I feel as though I started too late in on the making of Scott and Roberts especially. And I would like to definitely start earlier on my FMP work. I've also learned that it's easier to get the lines learned earlier so that I can like play around with them more. I would have really liked to play around with Scott more, since I feel as though I made him angry in everything, but I would have liked to played around with what if he was fed up, or what if he was upset with Stella rather than angry. And I also would have liked to played around with Robert's anger and confusion and just overall fear, really, because I feel like fear wasn't clear when I was performing Roberts. But that is what I would have liked to look back on. And using all of this, I would have liked to, I would have wanted to. I will carry it into my FMP and do it on the characters I am given during the or in the new script even.